for the first time since the 1980s, since Kate Bush was in the charts. We've got a review of the Reserve Bank, and it is a hell of a read. The bank has had a fair few problems for a large number of years, and it's time to really update the bank and how it operates. We've got 51 recommendations from this review panel, and they've come up with this idea. The Reserve Bank Board doesn't set interest rates anymore. It'll be a specialist organisation whose real focus is on how monetary policy works. Now, most people think the Reserve Bank, all it does is set interest rates, which is a large part of what it does. But monetary policy is much, much bigger than that. And we've actually seen it up close and personal over the last 12 months, where the Reserve Bank created about $400 billion out of thin air and injected that into the economy. That's monetary policy, and these are the sorts of things that this committee would decide. The committee itself, instead of having a monthly meeting, we're probably meeting about 8 times a year. The board members will actually speak publicly, and they'll be able to criticise both the bank and the government of the day if they don't think they're helping to bring down inflation. At the end of the day, the bank itself, it's had a charter since 1960. The review says that charter has to change a little bit to reflect how the world operates today and what our key issues are in terms of getting the economy to work in the best possible way so inflation's low and everyone who wants a job has a job. The review's recommending to get all of these changes in place by July 1 next year. For most Australians, the Reserve Bank is this sort of ivory tower based in Martin Place in Sydney. But what the Reserve Bank does by controlling inflation and targeting what's going on in the jobs market is really pivotal to how we enjoy our lives. The most obvious difference will be the fact that instead of waiting with trepidation every Tuesday of every month to see what the Reserve Bank will do, it'll be every 6 to 8 weeks. So there'll be a bit more time to absorb any changes in interest rate settings. And you'll actually hear from the Reserve Bank and a few more voices from the Reserve Bank. So if you're a small business and having to decide what to do, you'll get a bit more guidance from the bank. If you are looking at a new splashback for that beautiful kitchen of yours and you need to borrow some money, you'll have a bit more guidance from the Reserve Bank about what the direction of interest rates are likely to be. At the end of the day, the Reserve Bank really matters to the bread and butter of every Australian.